We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Communications Chair Johnson.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to roll call. Chief of Staff Sharple Schmidt, would you please call the roll?
Senator Andrews.
Here.
Senator Derringe.
Here.
Senator Dunn.
Here.
Senator Fasten.
Here.
Senator Holland.
Here.
Senator Kloster.
Here.
Senator Kirschbaum.
Here.
Senator Loof. Senator Schultz.
Here.
Senator Shrestha.
Here.
Senator Stein. Senator Tooley.
Here.
Senator Wallen, unexcused. Diversity Liaison Catanam.
Here.
Communications Chair Johnson.
Here.
Finance Chair Delahoyd, unexcused. Government Affairs Chair Mollison.
Here.
Chief of Staff Sharple Schmidt here. Vice President Christoffels.
Here.
President Spear.
Here.
AFA. Unexcused. AISA.
Here.
BSA. Unexcused. GSA.
Here.
Hero.
Here.
Honors College.
Here.
IRC. LASA.
Here.
RHA. Unexcused. Unified Council.
Here.
Unified Council.
Here.
UPC. Unexcused. Advisor Bylander.
Here.
Advisor Schmidt. Unexcused. Advisor Willis.
All right, moving on to adoption of the agenda. Are there any additions or corrections to the agenda? Vice President Christoffels.
I move to add President Barry Dunn to open forum as item A.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved to add President Barry Dunn as open forum item A. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, any further additions or corrections to the agenda? All right, seeing none, can I get a motion to approve the amended agenda? Vice President Christoffels.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the amended agenda, please signify by saying aye. All opposed? Agenda is approved. Likewise with the minutes, any additions or corrections to the minutes? Senator Derringe.
Questions for the minutes under J, committee reports, move to change Union Room 1136 to 136.
Is there a second?
Second.
Did you get that, Chief Staff? All right. It has been motioned to change number for clarification. All those in favor of approving, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Any additional corrections or additions to the minutes? Awesome. Motion to approve? Senator Derringe.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor of approving the minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Minutes are approved. Now we'll move on to our open forum. As the amended agenda reads, we'll have President Barry Dunn come up first.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, President Spears, for having me this evening. Just wanted to stop by and congratulate the new Student Association on your election and look forward to working with you. I'm very grateful for your leadership. We have a commitment to shared governance at South Dakota State, which includes Student Association, Faculty Senate, professional staff, and civil service. And they're very active, and I meet with the president and vice president of SA every month, and I know Provost Hedge does that too. So I think we try very hard to stay in tune with what is of concern to you, and just really want to let you know that your step towards leadership, I'm sure you're going to wonder sometimes how busy you are. Can I pull all this together? But it is extremely valuable to you, and I'm sure you'll help the entire university with leadership in this shared governance model. So I don't mean to take too much time. Looks like you have a full agenda of important things, but I would answer a few few questions if you have some. Everything's copacetic.
Question.
Oh, right, you.
What was your favorite part of this academic year?
I thought it was gonna be the other way. The tough things you know, it's certainly been a challenging year, not the most challenging year I've had. I've just completed my 10th year. But, you know, the highlights are tremendous, from having a Goldwater Scholar to the individual accomplishments of tremendous student scholars. And we've got a new dean of the Honors College, which is really exciting. On top of that, we had tremendous accomplishments over the last year with many, many competitive teams in forensics and engineering, and you know, the list is very long. And that makes me very, very proud of, and theater, and just great events. Saturday night, saying goodbye to Dr. Laura Diddle, and her retirement was a real special time for me. I've watched literally thousands of young people go through that program over the years, and hundreds of performances, and it was really a great event too. But so thanks for the softball.
I got one for you.
Sure.
Is there anything that you're looking forward to next year? Any big changes for the university?
You know, great question. Anything I'm looking forward to next year? Really, we've completed a master plan of kind of building the university over the next 20 years last year. And over this year, we've put in place preliminary facility statements to design a series of buildings that will upgrade the campus and improve the campus. And so I'm really excited about how those turn out. I think it's really important, and we'll certainly report out to you as they come in. So from a soccer venue to Briggs Library renovation, to Jaeger, to a new academic building, to Crothers renovation, just really important buildings to move forward with. Really excited about that, so I look forward to sharing those with you.
I have one question for you.
Yeah.
So you are holding a very important position. So if you have any message for the new senators who are here for the new student association, what will be the message for us?
Well, gratitude. My gratitude for you is the first one. The second is a leadership challenge with shared governance. It's really, what you do is really, really important. Your involvement, your debate, your consideration is just critical as next year, as we get started into next year. I know you'll have a full plate. I'm sure your minds are on finals and some, you know, really not quite ready for next year yet, but it's gonna come really fast. So I think, you know, I would really challenge you to get engaged, be part of this democratic process of representing the student body. It's really important, and it's a tremendous opportunity for you. I talk about other universities that are smaller than SDSU versus some that are much larger. And I've got, you know, nieces and nephews at schools and much larger than us across the country, actually, and they have no opportunity at a very, very large school to participate in leadership. And at SDSU, I think we're just the right size where you had the opportunity, you took it. I admire you for that. I know we've got some positions to fill and look forward to some people stepping up to fill that, because we need a full Senate. But I'm just very proud of you and encourage you to be deeply engaged in all the activities, the retreats, and again, the debates on issues, and bringing concerns from your friends and your constituents to bringing them to this body for consideration. So good luck. That's what my message was tonight. So I think that's good. If that's all right.
Yeah.
You got a lot to consider tonight. Very proud of you. So I just that was my main purpose tonight. Not every student stepped forward to be this year, but you guys did, and that means a lot to me. Very grateful for that. So have a great meeting.
move on to open forum item B, student organization constitutions. We have a lot today. We'll begin with the AHPS, Graduate Student Association Club Constitution. We're gonna motion to amend so we can get their their presentation pulled up. Vice President Christoffels?
I move to move the Giving Project Constitution to item I and the AHPS, GSA Club Constitution to item II.
Perfect. The Giving Project. Oh wait, I need a second.
Second.
And all those in favor of switching the order, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Awesome. Welcome up, guys.
I'm Cadence. I'm Ellie, and our club idea is the Giving Project. So we kind of wanted to create something that focused on serving healthcare workers, patients, and then also some vulnerable populations. So we plan on doing things like letters, care packages, and then different hands-on projects to make a difference in our community.
Any questions? I just have one quick one for you guys. How many people are interested in this organization so far?
Right now we have about 15, but we know a few of our friends who want to join, and we're also hoping just people see it on Jack's Club Hub or our posters around and want to join that way as well.
Other questions?
Do you have different organizations like grant to the public?
Right now, no, but I think we're gonna reach out to like different nursing homes or like hospitals and work with them like that way.
That's great that you're gonna reach out to hospitals and nursing homes nearby, but where would you get your funding? Would you do that on your own? Would you reach out to a student association? Where would you get your funding for these programs?
We're gonna do like a $10 due to join the club, and then we also have a fundraiser this summer lined at my hometown. We'll do a booth there, and then we also thought about doing like crumble or just raffles or something next year as well.
Any other questions? Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Good job.
Is there a motion? Vice President Christoffels.
I move to approve.
Second.
First right to debate.
Yeah, I think this is just really good constitution. I was in workshop when we looked at this constitution really well put together. They thought this through, and I think they have a really good purpose behind them. So I think we should all approve them.
Further discussion? All right, we're gonna take this to a roll call vote. Chief of Staff Sharple-Schmidt, would you please call the roll?
Senator Anders. Senator Derenge.
Aye.
Senator Dunn. Senator Fasten. Senator Holland.
Aye.
Senator Kloster.
Aye.
Senator Kirschbaum. Senator Loof. Senator Schultz.
Aye.
Senator Schwetza.
Aye.
Senator Stein. Senator Tooley.
Aye.
Senator Wallen abstains. Senator Diversity Liaison Katanom.
Aye.
Communications Chair Johnson.
Aye.
Government Affairs Chair Mollison.
Aye.
Chief of Staff Andrew Sharple-Schmidt, aye. Finance Chair Delahoyd abstains. Vice President Christoffels.
The ayes have it, and the Giving Project Constitution is approved. per our amended agenda, we're going to move on to the AHPS GSA Club Constitution.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So we have our constitution for AHPS Graduate Student Association. So this is going to be our first association in our department. As you already know, all the other departments have their graduate student association. So sadly, we don't have it yet. So we just want this constitution to be approved by you guys so that we can organize our symposium and other things for in our department. So, hold on. Yeah. So this is just a purpose of our organization. So as I already said, to represent graduate students in AHPS, and of course organize educational networking and leadership and social events, of course. So and of course the member eligibility, we have the details in our constitution as well. So here are prospective, current, and maybe the alumni of our AHPS graduate students, also postdoctoral researchers, and also visiting scientists who are also can be a part of our AHPS GSA. So and also we have some plans for our fundraising, which could be of course the university approved from the university approved sources, and we can have endowment by Pink Bale endowment, and then you have South Dakota corn, soybean, and other things. Also, we are planning to run some programs which will help the undergrad students in training in like R, Python, and HPC, and whatever techniques you like. We are also working on it. So what we can actually run and get some funding for our association. Also, we can organize a prospective students tour as future undergrads, as well as grad students. And so this is our current committee members. So we are yet to assign our first year representative and also communication chairs. Others you can see in the list and the last year. So of course the association activities will be our main agenda would be to get the annual AHPS GSA Plant Science Symposium and few other things, which is research day celebration possibly if we have enough funding and other things. And of course and every week we can have a seminar or anything in the afternoon session. So, and of course the compliances and policies according to SDSU and South Dakota State and US federal laws. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so if you guys feel that this is we have our constitution, you guys have the constitution with you guys. Yeah, so if you think it's enough, then you can just go forward and then get approval from you guys.
Any questions?
Any questions? No.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is there a motion? Senator Andrews.
Second.
Senator Andrews.
I think that this is a good opportunity for students, and it's the only graduate program that doesn't have one. I think that that's kind of pretty outstanding, and I'm pretty passionate about capitalism. So I think that this would be a great opportunity for those students.
Further discussion? All right. Seeing none, we're going to take this to a roll call vote. Chief of Staff Sharple-Schmidt.
Vice President Christoffels.
Aye.
Chief of Staff Sharple-Schmidt. Aye. Finance Chair Delahoyd abstains. Government Affairs Chair Mollison.
Aye.
Communications Chair Johnson.
Aye.
Diversity Liaison Catanam. Senator Wallen abstains. Senator Tully. Senator Stein. Senator Shrestha.
Aye.
Senator Schultz.
Aye.
Senator Loof. Senator Kirschbaum. Senator Kloster.
Aye.
Senator Holland.
Aye.
Senator Fassen.
Aye.
Senator Dunn. Senator Derringe.
Aye.
Senator Andrews.
Ayes have it, and the AHPS GSA Club Constitution is approved. All right, we'll move on to the SDSU Cheer Team Constitution. come on up.
Hi, my name is Kylie Morton, and I am a junior on the cheer team here at SDSU, and I am one of our captains and our administrative assistant.
Hello, my name is Maeve Young. I'm also a junior, and I currently am the fundraising and event chair as well as a captain.
And my name is Megan Schultz. I am the assistant AD for marketing within the athletic department and the advisor for both cheer and dance currently, and kind of liaison between athletics. Today we are discussing the opportunity, obviously, for cheer and dance. We will get to dance, but for cheer to become a student organization. So first I will go through the purpose of cheer. The purpose of this organization is to enrich the cultural and athletic atmosphere of SDSU through entertainment, school spirit, community engagement, personal development, and ambassadorship. Currently, there are 30 students on the SDSU cheer team, and the ways that we fundraise for that organization, athletics is supportive of that, the university is supportive, they fundraise, and they have dues. That's all I have.
Questions? Thank you, guys.
Is there a motion? Senator Derridge. Senator Derridge.
I think this is a great idea. We obviously know the cheer and dance team, especially cheer, and make this a student organization would be a great thing. So I think you should all support this by voting aye.
Okay. Further discussion? Okay. Seeing none, we'll take this to a roll call vote. Chief of Staff Sharple-Schmidt.
Senator Andrews.
Aye.
Senator Derridge.
Aye.
Senator Dunn.
Aye.
Senator Fasten.
Aye.
Senator Holland.
Aye.
Senator Kloster. Senator Kirschbaum. Senator Loof. Senator Schultz.
Aye.
Senator Shrestha.
Aye.
Senator Stein. Senator Tooley.
Aye.
Senator Wallen abstains. Diversity Liaison Catanam.
Aye.
Communications Chair Johnson.
Aye.
Government Affairs Chair Mollison.
Aye.
Finance Chair Delahoyd abstains. Chief of Staff Sharple-Schmidt, aye. And Vice President Christoffels.
Aye.
The ayes have it, and the SDSU cheer team constitution is approved. All right, we'll move on to the SDSU dance team constitution.
Hi, my name is Carmen Moeller. I'm a junior, and then I'm also on the finances committee. And I'm a captain.
Hi, my name is Ellie Noderft. I'm a junior. I'm a captain on the SDSU dance team, and I run the social media.
And I am Megan Schultz, the assistant AD for marketing for the athletic department and the liaison between dance and cheer and the athletics, currently serving as the advisor for both of those. Similar to the cheer team, the purpose of this organization is to enrich the cultural and athletic atmosphere of SDSU through entertainment, school spirit, community engagement, personal development, and ambassadorship. There are currently 30 members of the SDSU dance team. They fund their organization similarly through athletics and university support, fundraising efforts throughout the season, and then also dues from the athletes.
Yeah, good question for you. Can you just give us a little backstory on the change that's happening between transferring from under athletics to the registered student organization? Maybe you should have asked this for
Yeah.
year two, but I know it's happening the same way, so.
Yeah, both SDSU cheer and SDSU dance have lived in what we would call a gray area for quite some time, living under athletics, but only in the sense that we advocate for them and work with them, but they aren't a NCAA sanctioned sport, so they do not technically live under athletics. So this is giving them some ownership over their own organizations, and really just providing some different opportunities for leadership, obviously fundraising down the road, and other things like that.
Other questions?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Is there a motion? Vice President Christoffels?
Second.
First Wright?
Yeah, I think this is just a really good idea. Give the dance team some leeway to have their own registered student organization instead of in that gray area. It's really good to define these type of things, and encourage you all to vote aye.
Further discussion? All right, take us to a roll call vote.
Vice President Christoffels.
Aye.
Chief of Staff Sharple Schmidt, aye. Finance Chair Delahoyd abstains. Government Affairs Chair Mollison.
Aye.
Communications Chair Johnson.
Aye.
Diversity Liaison Catanam. Senator Wallen abstains. Senator Tooley. Senator Stein. Senator Shrestha.
Aye.
Senator Schultz.
Aye.
Senator Loof. Senator Kirschbaum. Senator Kloster.
Aye.
Senator Holland. Senator Fassen.
Aye.
Senator Dunn.
Aye.
Senator Derenge.
Aye.
Senator Andrews.
Aye.
The ayes have it, and the SDSU Dance Team Constitution is approved. Moving on to our last student organization, the Wellness Society Chapter Constitution.
I'm Corinne,
And I'm Emerson.
and we are presenting the Wellness Society, which is a part of the national organization, the Wellness Society, here at SDSU, focusing on promoting holistic health and wellness. So that's mental, emotional, and physical. And then overall, just creating a really strong community on campus that supports all those things. People encourage each other and uplift each other in that way. Kind of a fun engagement. And then we have also started an Instagram, and there's been a lot of activity so far. We just started a couple weeks ago. So we plan on posting consistently throughout the summer, building engagement, and just letting people aware of who we are, so that way we have a strong start in the fall.
And then for fundraising, we have a couple of ideas so far. So maybe some is like working concessions at a football game, or offering crumble cookies down in the Union, or even like offering hot chocolate on a cold day.
And then the Wellness Society will be a membership organization, so it will be $20 per semester as a fee, but and then half of those dues will go to the national organization, so we'll collect 10. That will be part of our funding, and then at the beginning we'll offer free events like our launch party, other events, so that way people can see what we do, what events we host, who we are. That way they will definitely want to be a member. And then also planning like throughout the semester, host 1 or 2 events that are free for anyone that way, still giving the opportunity for others to join.
Questions?
I had a question on the first part of it talks about you want to emphasize mental and physical health. So what are some kind of events that you would do to promote mental health, or like possible collaborations with like counseling services on campus?
Yeah, so really good question. So bringing in like the counseling service, as you mentioned, maybe it's a guided journaling night. Kind of just being able to de-stress and like learning how to do it. I feel like it's kind of a struggle. Or maybe bringing in one of the nutrition specialists from the campus wellness center, and showing a healthy snack that college students can make, or that would be fun, and maybe we could have the opportunity to make that together. And then physical events could be bringing in an instructor from the wellness center, or an outside studio maybe, all gathering by the campanile for a yoga session and snacks afterwards, stuff like that.
Oh, this is a great idea. It sounds very similar to Hero, helping everyone reach optimal health. So can you tell me about like some specific plans you have for the future? And then it's the Wellness Society, and so that kind of makes me remind of like National Honor Society. Is this for everyone? Since you have fees, is it more for like exercise science majors, people who are pre-PT? So could you just give me a little more details on some plans and the differences?
Yeah, so no, it is open to everybody that is interested in that. I would say we're probably a little bit different because it's everything. We're offering the physical, workouts with like groups, or not just focusing on like the mental health side, but making sure all three are important. So, what was the other question you asked?
Specific plans that can kind of differentiate you from Hero, like specific plans you have in the future.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So some ideas right now are like I said, bringing in an instructor and then hosting these, mat Pilates events out in the lawn with music, stuff like that, and then time afterwards to be able to connect. The national organization has like brands that works with us. So like Alani, Good Molecules, Mighty Patch, they're all brands that are affiliated with the Wellness Society. So providing those as incentives to our members. Like you come and you get Alani's and a skincare or stuff like that.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Other questions? Oh, yeah.
So I was just doing some research, and so the Wellness Society is like a company like on its own. Is it like sponsoring, or like they have their own Instagram page that says that they're like with 100+ different colleges?
Yeah, so we're one of those chapters. So the Wellness, they started in Alabama, and then they're now expanding to chapters, and then they have like city chapters too. So you work with the CEOs of that. Yeah, they help you.
You have one.
I'm the ex officio of Heroes, so I think this is a great idea and everything. Have you guys like tried talking to anybody on the board? Because your guys' ideas are very similar, like the yoga and stuff like that. And just like to make sure you guys don't like step on any like people's shoes or anything like that.
No, that's a good point. I guess I have not talked to anybody on that, but I think that would be a good thing to do.
Any other questions?
It's written here as membership that dues will be set by the executive team every year. So I guess who's on your executive team, and did you properly set that according to like Robert's rules?
Yeah, so we have not set an executive team yet. We were planning to send out applications for that over the summer to start by fall. So every year, dues will be like reset, like $20. Like we'll set those every year for members by that executive team, which is the president, two vice presidents, secretary, treasurer, and social media manager.
Yeah.
You mentioned that half of the dues would go to the national organization. What else is required of you to remain like recognized by them as a chapter?
Yes. So half of those dues will go to them, and then using like I said, those brand incentives that the national organization works with, staying connected with them, so they have like regional managers for every chapter, help you bounce ideas off of them. They help you, stuff like that, help you build your awareness on social media, stuff like that.
And are those dues based off of like expectations for member numbers, or is it just always going to be half of the amount of dues?
It'll always be half the amount of dues goes to the national. Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Is there a motion? Senator Derich.
So moved. I think this is a great idea. It's very similar to Hero, but they acknowledge that they're going to reach out, try to figure some stuff out. They came very well prepared with all of our questions and answers. And obviously, this is going to hit a very large target. A lot of the population of SDSU, a lot of people drink Alani's, a lot of people like to go to yoga. And we know the Miller Wellness Center does have limited positions, and it's going to cost a little bit. for every single session, but with this club, I think it's gonna be a great idea for people to get involved. Wellness Society would seem great for like resumes and resume building, and overall, I think it's gonna be really good for the population here at SDSU with those interests. So I think you should all vote yes on this.
Further discussion? All right. Seeing none, take this to a roll call vote. Chief of Staff Sharple-Schmidt.
Senator Andrews.
Aye.
Senator Derenge.
Aye.
Senator Dunn.
Aye.
Senator Fasten.
Aye.
Senator Holland.
Aye.
Senator Kloster.
Aye.
Senator Kirschbaum.
Aye.
Senator Loof. Senator Schultz. Senator Shrestha.
Aye.
Senator Stein. Senator Tully.
Aye.
Senator Wallen abstains. Diversity Liaison Katanan.
Aye.
Communications Chair Johnson.
Aye.
Government Affairs Chair Mullison.
Aye.
Finance Chair Delahoyd abstains. Chief of Staff Sharple-Schmidt. Aye. Vice President Christoffels.
Ayes have it, and the Wellness Society Chapter Constitution is approved. Move on to open forum item C, public comments. Are there any members of the public that would like to address the Senate tonight? Yep, come on up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Josie Nold. I am running for the Little International Assistant Manager position. So if you guys don't know what Little International is, it's the largest student-run livestock exposition in the nation, and it's held right here at SDSU at the end of March in animal science. But it's a lot more than just livestock. It's a place where students across campus can get involved with agriculture and livestock and gain hands-on experience just to see what it's all about and see why all of us cafe students are a little bit crazy about it and kind of all over the place in the month of March. And for me, it's something that I've grown up around. I'm from here in Brookings, and I remember always going to the Red Barn and looking forward to seeing people show, and eventually my sisters showed, and seeing the family and the support system that it was, to this year being an exhibitor and being on staff myself, and just having people around me that wanted you to succeed and were always pushing you to do your best and to try new things and get out of your comfort zone. So it's just a really great way for agriculture and livestock to be spread across campus. A couple of my goals as assistant manager would be to expand, improve, engage, and include. So there is like an alumni contest. A Little I is very heavy on tradition, so once you graduate, you can come back and still be involved. But until I was a staff member, I didn't know that that existed. And so I'd like to improve that a little bit and maybe get our alumni more involved on the ground, just because we really want to honor that tradition and honor everything that they've done to make Little I what it is. And then second is improve. As an exhibitor, I saw like going behind the animal science arena, it gets very congested because it is a small space for such a large event. And I'd like to just rearrange this a little bit, get it a little bit more efficient for animals coming in and out. And then third, I have engage. So we have contests for FFA students and like high school students and even middle schoolers. But I'd like to address even that younger age and get them in there to see behind the scenes what our exhibitors are doing and the amount of work that goes in, and just to see what the agricultural community is about. And then finally is inclusion. This is probably going to be the most important for like you guys. I was on entertainment staff, and so we had events all week. We had dodgeball, we had Ag Olympics, we had a dance, and everybody across campus is invited to these. But I noticed that there was kind of a lack of communication, and a lot of people didn't necessarily know that they could come even if they weren't involved with Little I. But as you can kind of see, it's a lot of fun, and I think if we can find ways to improve this and get the word out there more, so that more campus comes and just has fun with us and sees what it's all about. And yeah, that's about what I have.
I really love Little Eye. I'd appreciate your support. If you guys want to scan that QR code, you can follow along and just see more about my campaign. Voting does take place tomorrow from 8 to 5. I will post that on that Instagram account. And if you guys have any suggestions, questions, I'd love to hear from you guys. My email is up there. Or if you have any questions right now, I'd happily hear from you. And thank you for having me.
I got one quick one for you. I know who is your state FFA officer. How did that prepare you for this position?
I have been put in so many different situations that I feel like there's not anything that can just make me unprepared. I went to a school, I got there, and I was with Spanish-speaking students, and I wasn't told until I got there, so that was definitely being able to overcome and adapt to anything. And then also, I think a really big one is learning to work on a team all the time, that you're around all the time. You might not always get along, but you're all there for the same reason, and recognizing that, and also being able to work with kids from the ages of like 5 and all the way up to like businesses and industry leaders that are in their upper age, and that whole wide variety of everything. Anybody else have any questions? Well, thank you guys.
You got one more.
Yep.
Sorry, you mentioned alumni interactions. Maybe I wasn't listening intentionally enough. What are your plans specifically, like your actionable plans for engaging that alumni group?
So my big one, I didn't say it, sorry about that. My big one that I really want to do is like a burger or a brat battle, because we have students that come in and they develop their own burger for like club points, and I think it'd be really fun to get some friendly competition with our alumni and our students going against each other. And then if it's like a really good product, they can sell it on the Little Eye auction just to help with Little Eye and the funds, because they're there to support. And if it doesn't taste good, they can take it home and eat it. They can deal with it because they made it. And then a second one is the alumni round robin. I understand this would be a little difficult because Little Eye already goes so late into the night, but the 100th year they did this, and it was a pretty big hit, especially for the alumni that are only a couple years out. And so those are two of my main ideas. Yeah.
I just have a quick question about how you would engage with the younger generations. Obviously, it's gonna be kind of hard to get with those parents, find target audience with little kids who are from farms and areas. So could you talk about your specific plans, your procedures to kind of get those younger generations, those younger kids to go to Little Eye?
Yes, of course. So the past couple of years, the past manager, Cassidy Strawman, has come up with Ag in the Classroom. So there's a committee that goes out into the classroom and like lets them know about Little Eye, gets them more involved with hands-on ag experiences. And so if we could keep that committee and utilize it to do like a sign-up team and have younger students come in and go kind of behind the scenes just to see the exhibitors as they're working, because I know in the animal science arena there are at least a couple different species that are in there fitting. So if students could come see and come visit with exhibitors, and then secondly doing like a fitting team where it's an individual that is younger than 15, an individual that is older than 15, along with 2 exhibitors, so that that community is directly involved with the exhibitors and maybe getting a little bit of hands-on experience themselves. Any more questions? Thank you, guys.
Are there any additional members of the public that would like to address the Senate tonight? Seeing none, we'll move on to committee and staff reports. Had a pretty chill week. I met with Dr. Willis and Vice President Christoffels on Friday about a summer project potentially. Want to remind everyone that got an email invite for the dining RFP, request for proposal, conversation on Wednesday. It'll be in the Crest Room at 5 p.m. I want to emphasize how important this is. This is our opportunity to give university leadership direct feedback on what we're looking for in a dining provider and maybe what Sodexo isn't offering. We kind of always joke food, parking, and housing are never going to leave that any university. There are always going to be problems, but it's our job to address those problems and come up with practical solutions. So if you are able to attend, please bring some specific items that you maybe want to work on. And or be open to hearing ideas about what the actual process sounds like. Want to remind everyone that this is our last meeting of the semester. We will not be meeting finals week. That being said, Vice President Christoffels is going to talk about a fun opportunity about a potential summer meeting. But just want to say that I know we've only had 2 meetings together, but I'm very excited for the fall. So please, with a cherry on top, watch your summer or watch your email over the summer. You will receive some stuff from the executive team. In addition, I have this super fun QR code that all of the senators should scan to join the GroupMe. We can pass that around. I'll also email a link to you guys. This will be our main form of informal communication. We all get a lot of emails. So if there is a last minute item or when we go to peer in the next January, that'll also be our main form of communication. So please join that. Again, I'll send out the link, but all you have to do is scan the QR code. And then because we're entering executive session tonight, I want to give my own personal announcement as Sophie. The Green Bandana Project will be doing our De-Stress Craft Night tomorrow in Jack's Place from 6 to 8. We have some fun, just little crafts that kind of take your mind off of final studying and cramming. We'll also have mocktails partnering with Adapt as well. So welcome you to come to that. With that, end of report, Vice President Christoffels.
Yeah, super chill week. I only had 2 meetings, one being org sub, so all the constitutions you guys saw tonight. The second I had with Dr. Willis. So this is kind of what we were talking about this summer. We might go into an emergency meeting, pending that this the ball gets rolling on this project here, but we are planning on hopefully reinstating a traveling trophy between us and USD. It's something that we've done in the past, and we're really looking forward to continuing a healthy relationship with USD, especially with athletics, because I know that we have a good rivalry and we want to have a good community between us and USD, especially among students associations, so we can work together and really foster a tradition that our college football has had in the state for a long time. So look for your emails this summer. We're currently communicating with Athletic Director Justin Sell on working that out, as well as USD. So we're working on some resolutions and some joint resolutions, and so we're working on that this summer. So be on the lookout for that. With that, end of report.
Chief of Staff. Chief of Staff Sharple Schmidt.
Any ex officios that haven't filled out the roster form, please do. And if you are not going to be a ex officio for the coming semester, please let me know and try to find a replacement. Thank you.
Finance Chair Delahoyd, not present. Government Affairs Chair Mollison.
Okay, so last week I met with Laura Bernard from the Brookings Growth Alliance. And we just kind of went over Student Promotion Fund. You'll hear more from me for that next year. Or this next semester. It's a committee that we lead to have joint funding from the city for certain events on campus. And we just kind of went over what our potential goals for 2027 are and how we can finish up our goals for 2026. We also discussed briefly about how we can get a stronger relationship between the campus and the community, maybe getting some more community engagement initiatives moving forward, and especially outside funding for us clubs and stuff, which is pretty exciting. And so yeah, I met with her, and then tomorrow I plan on meeting with the mayor, just kind of saying, hey, I'm the new person here. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And just getting ready for the summer. End of report.
Communications Chair Johnson.
Yeah, we sent out the rapid report earlier today. We posted social media stuff on Tuesday. Just want to highlight a few things from the Rabbit Report, because I feel like it's justified, and there are quite a few interesting things within there. One, there's the link to the Little International Assistant Manager voting. You've heard both major candidates in the past 2 weeks, and we owe a service to them to contribute to it. The UPC had a cornhole at the Campanile. That's tonight, so you're missing that. To echo Sophie's sentiment about the De-Stress Craft event, that it's also in there. There's a student housing survey that was sent out through there by, partly sponsored by the Residence Hall Association, and then a student. There's a Jack Stand Together thing. Most notably through that, Wednesday is Denim Day. So I would observe Denim Day. Denim Day is an international event to communicate that sexual assault is not tolerated, for denim to show your support. There are other Jack Stand Together initiatives going on. I believe Diversity Liaison, Katanam, is talking about it. I forgot I was Diversity Chair, sorry. And then there's also a Unity Walk going on Wednesday as well. I also attended the University Budget and Oversight Committee on behalf of the executive team here. Very good presentations. It was very insightful. I very much enjoyed them. They were a lot more than I thought I would, to be honest. Very fascinating. The university is growing, and I think that's really important to note. And like, we're adapting very well to the growth, and how the colleges manage that is unique in each of their own approaches. All around, it reinforces more confidence about SDSU and that we're going in a really strong direction. And I just hope to share that sentiment with you all, that the work we do here helps reinforce the growth of a already growing university that's continuing in pursuit of being a premier institution. We heard that quite a bit throughout the day. So I wanted to thank the invitation and a report.
Diversity Liaison Katanam.
So I went to the Human Rights Commission meeting last Tuesday, and me and Matilda announced our transition. Tomorrow, Jack Stand Together is hosting a Creating Narratives event up here in the Lewis Room from 6 to 7:30 p.m. This includes inclusive storytelling, and also it's in theme for the USA's 250th anniversary. In the HCR, we talked about how they're planning to make big improvements in publicizing their events, such as the Jack Stand Together and the Bystander Upstander training, because some of their events had pretty low turnout and engagement. So they're planning to reuse and reopen their HRC email to have weekly newsletters and then more posts to increase engagement and turnout. And a report.
Right, moving on to ex officios, beginning with AFA, AISA.
We had our last meeting of the year this past week. We had really great turnout for it. It was lots of fun. And now we're done for the year. So yeah, looking forward to next year. End of report.
BSA, GSA.
We will be having our final meeting this week on Wednesday at 6 p.m. We will be presenting on queer video game characters, and otherwise that'll be it for the rest of the year. And report.
Hero.
We will be doing pickleball night tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the Hillcrest Courts. So if you want to join, bring your paddles and report.
Honors College.
The Honors College Student Organization is hosting its final event tomorrow. It's Just Dance and Karaoke, so come for some snacks and for some good tunes. That is tomorrow, April 28th, 7 to 9 p.m. in the Honors Hall lower level. And then the Honors College would like to extend its warmest congratulations to all of our seniors that are graduating with an honors medallion. So a lot of our students are really looking ahead to their honors medallion ceremony. They're putting up their senior blocks in Honors Hall, so if you get a chance, stop by, see if you can find your friends. And then some students are also opting to leave a book in Honors Hall, so congratulations to our seniors. End of report.
IRC.
So we had a very successful high school social last week. About 80 plus people showed up, and yeah, exec board's meeting for the last time this Friday. So that's about it. End of report.
Lassa.
We had our Peyton Sip with GSA. That was forgotten about by them, apparently. And then this week we're having our last meeting, which is just the Student Engagement Center and Trios end of year barbecue. So come to that. That'll be all.
RHA. Unified Council.
Yeah, this Thursday, the Interfraternity Council is hosting an all-fraternity gathering at the Alpha Gamma Row House since it's getting demolished. That'll be fun. Also, 2 weeks ago, we had a successful Greek week. They're getting a new house built, they'll be okay. Having a little going away party. And then, yeah, 2 weeks ago, we had a successful Greek week, and my counterpart will tell you about that in a report.
Unified Council.
To continue off of that, we did have a very successful Greek week. We had great engagements from every single chapter. It was a lot of fun. In total, all chapters, we donated 361 items to Jack's Cupboard through that week. And report.
UPC. Moving on to advisors, Advisor Bylander.
Study hard, have a good summer break, and a report.
Advisor Schmidt.
Sorry I was a little late today. They messed up by moving soccer because it had to go indoors. So I'd take my son over to the soccer place. But yeah, I had a chill week also. Went on, I took 8 students on a Thursday and Friday on a tour of 2 wastewater treatment plants and a water treatment plant in Minneapolis, around Minneapolis. It was awesome. The company that hosts us, it's a relatively large engineering company, and they call SDSU the Harvard of the Plains, just in case you didn't know that, so.
Did you say in a report?
I did.
Okay, cool.
I'll say it again.
Advisor Willis.
Well, last week, we did have our annual University Budget Oversight Committee hearings. Thank you for attending and your great comments. It was a great opportunity to showcase all the great things that are happening at the university, but also set kind of the goals for next year and outline what each of our areas are looking toward and looking to do. So excited about the process and kind of hearing where we go from here. Don't forget about Denim Day and the Unity Walk this week. Both will be great, and would love for you to join both Jennifer Novotny, the Assistant Vice President for Student Life, and myself on Wednesday from 5 to 6 to give us some feedback on what you'd like to see in our next dining services provider. We really are interested in student feedback in that process, and so hope some of you will be able to stop by and join us. If you are unable to join us though, please know that you are always welcome to email myself or Jennifer Novotny and share some of your thoughts and ideas. We will kind of bring all of those ideas together on or before June 1st, which is when we will start meeting with the Board of Regents Committee and start outlining what SDSU would like in that system-wide RFP along with kind of the broader Board of Regents perspective. And then also, since this is a new body, next fall, we have a great opportunity. The RFP process will be a little bit different this year in that we will have a system request for proposals, the RFP that goes out, but individual institutions get to select their own dining services provider, so we aren't required to select one as a system. And so in or around end of October, early November, we will actually host finalists for dining services at SDSU. And we will have some specific sessions for students to provide input and ask questions to those finalist vendors. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll have more information. But the first part is to get all of our input together so that we know what we want to ask for in our next provider. And so please join us on Wednesday from 5 to 6, and then come right over to the Unity Walk right afterwards and spread a little bit of unity and community. With that, end of report.
Any committees to report out tonight? Okay, any questions for any of the reports? Nothing? Okay, move on to unfinished business. Item A, the A Street Path MOU. Chief of Staff Sharple Schmidt, would you please introduce the title?
Memorandum of Understanding between the South Dakota State University Students Association, McCrory Gardens, and South Dakota State University Facilities and Services for a monetary allocation and general support for the South Dakota State Arboretum.
Is there a motion? Vice President Christoffels.
Second.
Vice President Christoffels, first read to debate.
I also move to amend this item to the amended version that President Christoffel sent out to all of the senators.
Second.
Point of order.
President's view.
You would have to stale it and then amend it.
We have a motion to approve, and then we're just replacing the whole document. Yep. Was there a second to that?
Yeah.
Okay. That document was emailed out to the senators, but if we could get that pulled up. Oh, it already is. Okay. We do have members from McCrory Gardens and Facilities and Services here, Tana and Lisa, like we did last week. Just want to kind of walk through some of the proposed amendments, differences from this last week. As you guys will see, everything that will be omitted is struck through. Everything in red is going to be inserted. Everything in black stays the same.
Can you zoom in on that? I'm really old. Thank you. There you go.
So general thing you'll see throughout the whole document is that some of there was some 8th Street path, 8th Street trail. So just changing that officially to the 8th Street connection so we can all be on the same page with that. Obviously, it is informally called the Walmart path, but just to kind of avoid any trademark issues, it's kind of a big deal. We just made that a little bit more of a general statement. We can move down, more connection. This one also just kind of rewording the way we said it, basically the same purpose behind that sentence in section 2.b. Moving on to 3. So this one we, as we'll all just kind of be reminded, the specific 8th Street connection is going to be, construction is going to be taking place this summer, summer of 2026. But the actual SD Arboretum Recreation Corridor project will be in accordance with their official project timeline. So I know their goal is spring of 27, and we're gonna reach that goal hopefully. So we just kind of wanted to, we want to meet about the general project, but we realized as it read previously, if the 8th Street path is only being done over the summer, we wouldn't really be able to meet in September, November, February, but we wanted to make that Arboretum Recreation Corridor. Still want to meet about it, it's just going to be biannually. And I realized that should be in red. Meetings shall be biannually, sorry. Moving down to 5. Another kind of clarification with such a short timeline on that 8th Street connection. We still want to be involved with the safety standards of the project as a whole. Obviously, we have more of a key stake in the 8th Street connection, as we talked about last week, with that lighting, and I know we had some recommendations maybe about placing a call box there or stuff along the general lines of that. So this clause is essentially asking that Student Association be included in those conversations, specifically on the 8th Street connection, but throughout the entire project that be communicated. Obviously, students are not the only ones that will be using this path. However, it is in connection with our campus, so we want to make sure that we have a proper way to use it, essentially for all users. And then if we go to 6 and 7, this essentially 6 is just acknowledging that Student Association is a sponsor of this project. As the rest of the document reads, it was kind of implied, but it would be at our request that our Student Association logo be included on any signage. I know they're looking at maps being included, but maybe not finalized yet, so another wording that would simply support that if it's possible. And then 7 is something that I would entertain discussion on. However, something that I feel pretty passionately about. If you guys are not aware, this has been a student association / university leadership initiative for a long time. We were finally able to get it done through some great partnership, and I really want to commemorate that. And I'd really like to see a sign. I'd really like to see Student Association logo as you drive past the demolished AGR house and the nice farmhouse house, and as you enter campus. That's something that Student Association had a really big part of, and it wasn't just the 26, 27, it wasn't just the 25, 26. This has been a long time in the making. I mean, we had some really good conversations about this with President Dunn, Dr. Willis, and all of our members from Facilities and Services and McCrory Gardens. So number 7 is a goal that might not be able to happen due to some legit signage regulation with what they can put on the path. However, this is simply requesting the consideration. So a strong sentiment that this is a priority. Obviously, the A Street connection was important to us. We wanted to do this because of the A Street connection. So that recognition is important to my leadership team, but as senators, I would encourage the same sentiment. I think there's one more connection that was a path. Yep. And that is all. So, to recap, motion on the floor is to replace. It's recommended in Roberts that if you have more than so many amendments, you just replace the whole document. So the motion is to amend the A Street Path MOU to read the amended A Street Path MOU. There was a second? Yes. Any discussion? Any discussion from our partners?
Happy to answer questions if there are.
Dr. Willis?
I would just like to commend Students Association for your work in collaboration with the university, with McCrory Gardens, with Facilities and Services. This has been a project for the entire 10 years that I've been serving as advisor for Students Association, and perhaps longer than that, with Dr. Schmidt's advising expertise and history as well. And so it's really fun to finally see the progress happening, because this is something students have asked for many years. So just want to say congratulations on the work that you've done to be a great collaborative partner in this initiative.
Thank you. I did realize one amendment I forgot to talk about. Very small, but also important. If you go to the terms, the very first line, up to is omitted. Our initial conversations had addressed how much money is in this SA Transportation Fund, and I was actually able to learn where it came from. Dr. Willis knows this much better than I do, but in a sense, we, Student Association in the 2020 area, 2023 area, had proposed a beta bus circular route in the city of Brookings. And for those unaware of the beta bus, it is the Brookings Area Transit Association, also known as the Rabbit Ride, on Friday and Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. So they had this initiative. It unfortunately did not work out. The partnership just didn't come through all the way. So, but however, they did allocate a specific amount of general activity fee dollars. So as this project was kind of in the works, that money was accumulating because it is a per credit hour allocation. So when the project was not completed, we had kind of just this funding was designated for transportation. So not only our student association, but student association leadership for the past 3-4-ish years has been trying to find a way to spend this money. So that's where the transportation fund is coming from. When we initially had our conversations, we had talked about how much money we would go up to, and it was $125,000 to $150,000 was what we wanted to do. We wanted to keep some behind just in case other student association leadership or senators had a desired project. There was still some money left in the account. There will be some money left in the account. And then kind of just looking back at our conversation last week, it sounds like we got that general support. And I personally felt comfortable funding the full $150,000, so that up to was omitted. Okay, further discussion. Okay, so it does say in the approval section that this needs a 2/3 Senate vote to make any amendments. So, given this is pretty friendly, I'm gonna do a voice vote. If the voice vote is not conclusive, we can then take it to a roll call vote. Okay? All those in favor of amending the A Street Path MOU to read as the document on the screen, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing that there is no opposition, implied that there are 2/3. Now, bill on the table is the amended version we're looking to approve. Further discussion. Oh. Okay. Okay, we'll take this to a roll call vote. Chief of Staff Sharple Schmidt, would you please call the roll?
Senator Andrews.
Aye.
Senator Derenge.
Aye.
Senator Dunn.
Aye.
Senator Fasten.
Aye.
Senator Holland.
Aye.
Senator Kloster.
Aye.
Sorry. Senator Kirschbaum.
Aye. Got it.
Senator Loof. Senator Schultz.
Aye.
Senator Shrestha.
Aye.
Senator Stein. Senator Tully. Senator Wallen abstains. Senator Catanam. Diversity Liaison Catanam, sorry.
Aye.
Communications Chair Johnson.
Aye.
Government Affairs Chair Mollison.
Aye.
Finance Chair Delahoyt abstains. Chief of Staff Sharple Schmidt. Aye. And Vice President Chris Offels.
Aye.
The ayes have it, and the A Street Path as amended MOU is approved. That was awesome. Okay, moving forward to unfinished business item B, the Hobo Day MOU. Chief of Staff Sharple Schmidt, would you please introduce the title of this resolution or MOU?
Yes, title of resolution reads South Dakota State University Hobo Day Committee, Memorandum of Understanding between the South Dakota State University Hobo Day Committee and the South Dakota State University Students Association. Background. The Hobo Day Committee has been an applicant and recipient of the Student Promotion Fund for 13 years since the fund was created in 2013. The Hobo Day Committee request is continually fully funded by the Student Promotion Fund Committee due to their consistent high application scores and meaningful impact on the South Dakota State University and the community.
Is there a motion? Senator Mollison.
So moved. Second.
Government Affairs Chair Mollison.
was gonna
First right to debate.
Okay, so, the Student Promotion Fund, we met last week, two weeks ago. Wow, time flies. And so basically, the Hobo Day Committee, they receive funds through, the Student Promotion Fund, which is, like I was talking about earlier, a way for, organizations here to get funding from the community as well. And so they requested for, 20 grand per year. We granted that, obviously, big return on investment for the community. We get so many people to come, great, totally worth the money, you know, I'm pretty sure everyone here has done something Hobo Day related. So you can briefly skim through it if you haven't already, but this will be in effect for 5 years, granting them funding for years 2027, 28, 29, 30, and 31. And then it will be reevaluated. So yeah, I just really highly recommend you vote yay on this.
Further discussion? Vice President Christoffels?
I would just like to point out, we have our Grand Poobah here, so if she wants to come up and answer any questions, you guys have any questions for her, let her know.
Any questions for Grand Poobah? Okay, any further discussion? Okay, seeing none, we'll take this to a roll call vote. Chief of Staff Sharple Schmidt, would you please call the roll?
Vice President Christoffels.
Aye.
Chief of Staff Sharple Schmidt. Aye. Finance Chair Delahoyt abstains. Government Affairs Chair Mollison.
Aye.
Communications Chair Johnson.
Aye.
Diversity Liaison Catanam.
Aye.
Senator Wallen abstains. Senator Tully.
Aye.
Senator Stein. Senator Shrestha.
Aye.
Senator Schultz. Senator Loof. Senator Kirschbaum. Senator Coster.
Aye.
Senator Holland.
Aye.
Senator Fasten.
Aye.
Senator Dunn.
Aye.
Senator Derringe.
Aye.
And Senator Anders.
Aye.
The ayes have it, and the Hobo Day MOU is approved. Thank you, everyone, for coming, Hobo Day and our friends from the 8th Street Path Connection. We appreciate you guys. We will now move into executive session. This is a only voting members. Yep, I'm just explaining it. Executive session is only voting members. So I would ask for a motion to enter executive session. Senator Derringe.
Motion to enter executive.
Okay, we are now in executive session.